Gonna tell you how I made over this beautiful wood letter M today. I got it from Hobby Lobby years ago. I think they still make them, but the font is different now. Last I knew anyway. I painted mine white, which is Ground Control from Daydream Apothecary Paints. I painted it several days ago, so it's been drying for days. And then I picked out my tissue paper, and it is the dryer sheet feel, so it's really thick. It is from Redesign with Prima. It is called Adelina. I put my letter on top of my paper, and I traced it with a black ink pen. And then here you can see I'm kind of measuring at the top and the bottom with my ruler because I'm going to cut kind of a straight line there. I tried. It's not, but you know, it's me. So, and then it takes me quite a while to cut this out, but I tried several different ways of laying that on my M in the beginning of this video. I tried several different ways. So anyway, that was the way I ended up laying it down. There was no right or no wrong way to lay this paper on the M. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. I mean, like I said, no right and wrong. I tried several different paints. There was several different paint colors in this paper that I could have chosen. Again, I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer either. You'll see which one I chose at the end. But I'm happy with my choices. So, and as always, you do you, boo. You can do whatever you want on your own, but these are the choices I made, and I'm happy with them. And, yeah, like I said, I'm happy. So I've just about got it all cut out here, hopefully. I don't know why I didn't edit more of this out. I'm not a professional editor by any means. Moving on. Okay, finally. I used soft matte gel from Redesign with Prima. That's just my favorite to use with these thicker papers. It just really holds them down good. So you can see I'm putting some on there. I don't do the whole thing at first. You could, but I just kind of wanted to anchor it first and get it started. And I do like to use gloves with this particular product because it will stay on your hands for quite a bit. You'll be picking it. I've picked it off for a couple days at least before, if not 3. I mean, it really likes to stick around. So just better off if you wear some gloves. And it's not like me to wear gloves. So if I'm wearing gloves, it means something. So anyway, I put it down underneath the decoupage paper. And then I, used my gloves to smooth it all out. And then I put it on top of the paper also. And I'm doing it, very generously underneath and on top. And that paper is a little bit porous. So when you are putting it on and feel, with your gloves and everything, you will get some coming back up through. That's why I wear the gloves, because it does. That's how you get so much on your hands. And then I did wipe off right next to that straightish line there, the excess. And then I'm drying it, getting the whole thing dry before our next step. And then you'll see why I left it white on that side there, because we're going to add a transfer. Out there you can see again I'm playing with paints to see if one of those paints, 2 different paints there, both of those would have worked, but neither one are what I chose to go with in the end. And there I'm taking my little sander and sanding off I didn't have too much excess paper, but just a little bit. But I did go around all of the edges. And sorry if you're hearing background noise. My family is inside. They decided to come in and eat while I've just got a little bit of editing left here. And I'm not redoing this again. So pardon if you hear some extra noises in the background. But anyway, that's just me sanding around the edges there and getting it all cleaned up and nice and tidy. And there we come in with Never Ending Story, which was one of my all-time favorite transfers. It's just a little bit of scriptiness there. I just cut off just a little bit where I thought I needed it to be. And I think it looks pretty dang good, which we're about to see. We're about to see the end of it, which, duh, you saw it in the beginning. You've already seen the finished piece, so I don't know why I'm acting like it's going to be a big reveal. But anyway, I did a little bit there, and then, of course, I used a little bit at the bottom, too. And then the last thing we're going to be doing, once I finish up the transfer right there, I think the last thing I did is went around the edges. Oh, no, there I used the polishing pad. I used a little polishing pad just to make sure my transfer was down everywhere. And then I'm coming in with Daydream Apothecary in, I think it's called Forest Rain. So it is a green, and I thought it went really well with the greens in the paper. So it didn't compete with anything. It just kind of blended in. But you could have went with a hot pink, a pale pink, a lighter green, a yellow. You know, so many colors in that one. C'est La Vie would have been really pretty, or C'est La Vie from Daydream would have been really pretty. That was one of the colors I had out also. But anyway, I just went all around the edges. The only thing I didn't do on this video was seal it completely at the end. So I will do that with my Dream Coat a little bit later, but so yeah, that's all I'm doing there with my little cheap chip brush, is just going around the edges with that green color. And like I said, it's just a chip brush because a chip brush gives it that wispy, kind of a wispy look. You know, if you use a smooth brush, you're just not going to get the same look. So this was Tammy with Flippin' Furniture. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it, and I really love how it turned out, and I hope you did too.